Mom, I know, but maybe you're just not seeing her side. No, of course I'm not taking
You want me to help
her
with anything?
side.
No. No, we're good. Thanks for asking.
Okay, I will. Yep. Yeah, I'll call her tomorrow and everything will be sorted out. Okay, bye.
Everything okay?
Yeah, just my mom. She lives for drama.
Man, it sounds like my family. If there was a Real Housewives of Turkey, my mother would be the star.
I swear, it's like whatever issue my mom's dealing with, I end up in the middle. It's like somehow it becomes my problem.
But try being your family's resident problem solver, okay? Any little thing that bothers them, they call us. Okay, the boss pissed them off, they call us. Traffic incident, they call us. And any reason to complain about anything, they call us. It's exhausting.
Awfully quiet over there.
Well, I mean, you guys are pretty much my only family. It'd be rude of me to complain in front of you, don't you think?
Yeah, just count yourself lucky you don't have to deal with all this family crap.
I don't know about that. You guys keep my hands pretty full. Want some milk, babe?
Yeah, sure.
I'm here.
Now, why do I get the sense that I'm being hustled, huh?
Because you are, Finny, baby, because you are. We're all out of brother, Finn.
Oh, no. Finn has never had anything. Grant! Grant!
You can hear it?
Okay, I'll be right back. Grant!
Hey, Finn, how about some more strawberries, too?
Oh, yeah, I'll show you strawberries. What are you doing here?
Finn, who are you talking to?
That's not gonna make me change my mind. I told you we're done.
I can find my own way.
Victims Finn Jeffrey Nightingale, shot 3 times in the chest.
Guess the killer wanted to make sure he was dead.
Not kidding.
And he was shot close range with a 9mm.
Finn Nightingale, why do I know that name?
Well, you ever heard of the Gale stores? They're a high-end retail chain.
Finn Nightingale was the president of Nightingale Limited.
His brother Topher is second in command.
Yeah, it's a family business. It's actually a very interesting story. To make a long story short, the Nightingale empire spans from clothing stores to golf clubs, not to mention that every museum and hospital in the city has a wing named after them.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, which translates to a lot of power. Finn and his brother have a lot of friends in high places. So needless to say, there's a lot of pressure to solve this case and solve it quick.
We'll want to speak with the brother.
Yes, of
So
course.
what do we know?
The killer came in through the servants' entrance. Nothing appears to have been stolen, but we're still checking.
Any witnesses?
Yeah, there were 2 women with him here last night, but the family butler, one Grant Evans, who's lived on the premises for decades, he wasn't here last night.
Where was he?
We have a unit out looking for him right now.
We'll speak with the girls, find out what they saw exactly. I'm guessing that's them there?
Yeah. Well, at least he died with a smile on his face.
Dev.
Thank you for speaking with us, Miss Smith.
Of course. I feel like I'm in a nightmare. Like I'm still waiting to wake up, you know?
I know it's been a long night.
What was your relationship with Finn like?
Social?
Any ideas who might have wanted to kill him?
Honestly, I didn't really know him very well, but...
But what?
Well, he's Finn Nightingale, one of the richest playboys in the country. A guy that powerful, I'd imagine he had some enemies.
Well, in your statement, you had mentioned that you heard a woman's voice before the shots were fired.
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Do you remember what you heard?
I couldn't make it out. But he was definitely talking to a woman.
Do you remember anything else?
I do remember seeing this guy. I think he was staff snooping around earlier that night. Like, he was being all sneaky and stuff. I didn't think much of it at the time, but he seemed like he didn't want us to know he was there.
You're talking about the butler.
Yeah. What was his name?
Grant Evans. I've served 3 generations of Nightingales. I was there the day Finn was brought home from the hospital. He was like a son to me.
You're not my father.
Thank God for that. You're an embarrassment to the Nightingale name.
You talk to me like that again, you're fired. We heard there's some animosity between the two of you.
Finn and I had our differences. I wished he could have conducted himself more like his father, with more dignity, more self-restraint.
Was Finn aware that you felt that way?
He was. He played with fire.
Where were you last night during the shooting?
I had the night off and was spending it at a colleague's.
We have a witness who saw you at the Nightingale residence around 7:30.
That's correct. I forgot my cell phone and went back to retrieve it. I was only in the house for about 5 minutes.
No one saw you leave?
It's my job to at least attempt to be invisible. I'm afraid my entrances and exits don't warrant an announcement, Sergeant.
Well, over the years, you must have seen and heard many things. Arguments, conversations with coworkers, ex-girlfriends.
Of course. Broke their hearts. Spies by his brother.
What was Finn's relationship like with his younger brother?
Topher?
Yeah.
They got along for the most part.
Were they competitive with one another?
You could say that. The truth is, Topher spent his life living in his brother's shadow. Their father always favored Finn, left him in control of the company when he died.
Topher probably didn't like that.
Would anyone?
We understand that Finn was a bit of a playboy. Is there anyone in particular where things ended badly?
Maybe.
This is not right. It's not right.
Never let that woman back in my house ever again.
Of course.
Any women come to mind? A bitter ex, a lover?
Just the other day, a young lady came to the house. She'd been once or twice before. Each time, she left furious. And Finn would lock himself in his office for hours after. But I never got a name. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful.
Thank you.
All right, let's put that together. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I think that should do it. I'm gonna run this and see what comes up.
Nice.
That a prime suspect?
Yeah, right now anything's possible. Grant saw this person and Finn fight.
The girls, Ainsley and Rachel, they heard Finn talking to the killer. They're pretty sure that it was a female voice.
How do we know those girls aren't involved?
Well, we tested their clothing and hands for gunshot residue. There was nothing.
The butler's alibi also checks out.
What about Topher Nightingale, the brother?
That's who we're talking to next.
He's at 27 Kingsford Place.
That's Finn's estate.
Not anymore. I had Finn's legal papers sent over. The Nightingale fortune is in trust and handed down to the next in line. So the estate now belongs to...
Topher Nightingale. Lucky him.
Huh. Excuse me? Excuse me. Mr. Nightingale? I'm Sergeant McCluskey. This is Special Consultant Logan.
Hello.
We'd like to ask you a couple of questions about your brother.
Yes, anything. Do you have any idea who could have done this?
No, not yet, unfortunately.
He was the only family I had left.
So the Nightingale lineage stops with you?
Unfortunately, yes.
So that would make you the sole heir to the entire Nightingale fortune?
Yes, I guess you're right. I'm sorry, I just can't believe Finn's gone. With him, my problems, too.
Where were you last night?
Me, I was at work till 11. We're gearing up for our annual GM.
Why wasn't Finn with you?
My brother never really worked late nights.
What was your relationship like with Finn?
Like I said, Finney was a great older brother. We were friends. We were co-workers. Tried to push me out of the company.
So things were good between you two?
Things couldn't have been better.
Brigands gave me your number.
So you can't think of anyone who'd want to kill your brother?
Finn was as famous for the women he dated as he was for his money. I wouldn't be surprised if some old girlfriend is behind this.
So no one in particular comes to mind.
I wish I knew more, but no, I have no idea who killed my brother.
All right, thank you. That's all for now.
He almost seemed relieved his brother was dead.
Well, you think he's involved?
We thought something about Finn pushing him out of the company. Then I saw him on the phone mentioning someone named Riggins.
Dev, what's going on?
I got a match on that sketch from Toby. Facial recognition ID'd her from a military database as one Carly Hutton, age 25, did 2 tours in Afghanistan, was honorably discharged 2 months ago. I looked into her military records, and on her annual rifle and pistol qualifications, she scored as an expert shot year after year.
Anything else?
Yeah. We showed her picture to Grant Evans, the butler.
Okay.
He said he thinks that was the girl who he saw arguing with Finn that night.
Yeah, let's bring her in. Yeah, and I need you to look into Topher Nightingale, check his finances, phone records, and anything to do with someone named Riggins.
Yeah, got it. Will do.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Oh, the lovely Tia. Oh, to what do we owe the honor of your company this afternoon?
Just thought I'd drop by and grab me some lunch.
Oh, well, can I recommend the albacore tuna? The caper sauce is amazing.
Oh, well, that sounds great. I think I'll have the club with the side of pickles.
All right, the usual. You didn't just come here for lunch, did you?
Am I that obvious?
Tapa squad, come on, lay it on me. What do you got?
Well, it's Toby. I mean, you know him better than anyone, right?
I guess that's true.
I've been thinking a lot about his past, and it's got a complicated history.
Okay, where are you going with this?
It's just he says he doesn't want to know what happened to his mom, but I don't believe him. I mean, I can see he's hurting.
You know, it's a complicated issue, and quite frankly, in his position, a little denial doesn't hurt.
But he has other options.
Like what?
Like, he can try to find answers. That's what I do for a living, I find answers. And I was hoping you could help too.
I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, I don't know what he's told you, but...
Hardly anything.
Okay, well then that's for a reason, all right? He's probably trying to protect you.
Protect me from what? Why would I need to be protected from Toby's past?
Okay, I've said too much, all right? You want a sandwich, I'll get you a sandwich, but anything else, you're on your own. And if you want to know about Toby's past, ask Toby.
It says here that you did 2 tours in Afghanistan?
Yeah, I just got out. Still trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. I'm sorry, you still haven't told me why I'm here.
Actually, yeah, we have a few questions about one of your friends.
Friend? That guy?
Finn Nightingale.
I, never heard of him until I saw his picture in the paper this morning.
So you never met him at his house?
No, never.
We have a witness who saw you at Finn's house.
The conversations between the 2 of you got heated?
Well, it's not true. Whoever told you that is lying.
Where were you last night, Carly?
Home.
Did anyone see you?
No, probably not.
You know, lying to us is only going to get you into more trouble.
I'm telling you the truth. How would someone like me know someone like him? Why won't they believe me?
I don't know. It's like she's trying to convince us she doesn't know Finn.
Could she be lying?
She could be, I guess. My reads of Grant were clear, and my reads of Carly weren't contradicting anything she was saying.
Or maybe Grant saw Carly somewhere else and is just mixing up the context.
Does that happen?
It's possible.
What about the younger brother? Tell me about him.
Topher Nightingale, right. I got a read of him on a phone call talking about someone named Riggins.
Is that a clear read?
Yeah.
Had to ask.
So I haven't been able to ID this Riggins character, but I did manage to trace 3 calls made from Topher's cell to a highly secure VoIP address. Now, 2 of those calls came before Finn's murder, and the last one 6 hours after Finn's time of death.
Who's the VoIP address belong to?
It's hidden behind an IP spoofer, so it's going to take me a little bit of time to trace it back to its origin.
That's pretty suspicious.
Yeah, and it gets more so. I looked into his finances, and I found a money transfer from his line of credit for 60 grand.
What's odd about that?
Well, the money was transferred to a numbered account in the Cayman Islands just an hour after the second call was made to that secure VoIP address.
Well, 60 grand, that's chump change for a Nightingale.
To Finn Nightingale, yes, but not so much for Topher.
What are you saying, Topher's broke?
About 2 years ago, Topher lost most of his inheritance to bad investments. Since then, he's been staying afloat off borrowed money, just trying to keep up appearances.
So he loses his money, he's getting kicked out of the family business.
And he makes 2 calls to a secure line right before his brother's killed.
Transfers 60 grand he doesn't have to the Caymans.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
He hired a contract killer to get rid of his brother.
Can you tell me who these 3 calls were made to?
I'm sorry, I don't remember. What's your price?
Well, why don't you tell us about the 60 grand you transferred 5 days ago?
60 grand? Mm-hmm. You expect me to remember how I spent 60 grand? I spent more for breakfast.
Really? You didn't lose 90% of your inheritance in the market meltdown last year?
Excuse me?
Am I getting my information wrong?
I don't remember.
Well, maybe you can remember who you transferred the money to. It was to a numbered account in the Caymans.
I don't remember. You have to spend money to make money.
Do you know who killed your brother?
No, of course not.
How do I get to Finn? I need to talk to him.
There are consequences for actions, Mr. Nightingale.
You sure? Because if you're not telling us something.
Listen, you may not realize, but I passed the bar, so I am very aware of my rights. Unless you're prepared to arrest me, this interrogation is over.
So he slammed the door and then she talked about consequences.
Yeah. Do you think she's our contract killer?
I can't be sure, but he mentioned something about spending money to make money.
Well, she's our only link right now. We need to find her.
Do you want to make a sketch of her?
I think we can do better than that. So I'll put her hands on Topher's door. I think we can get her fingerprints.
Okay, let me talk to Alex.
Okay. Hopefully this mystery woman will give us some answers.
Sure.
Hey.
Hi.
What's up?
Nothing. Just thought it might be nice to come home to a nice meal, is all.
Yeah, I can smell that.
Sit. Try it. It's a favorite of mine growing up.
What is this? Why is this?
I really am transparent, aren't I?
Yeah, a little bit, but that's a good thing. So honestly, what is this? What'd you do?
When we were talking, about families and parents, and I think it must be hard for you after all these years not knowing where your mother is.
Uh-huh. My mother. That's what this is about. Honestly, not much to know, really.
Okay, well, what's not much?
Well, her name was Maya. And I remember she used to like to sing along to Janis Joplin songs. And she was last seen in a town named Auburn. She...
What?
Why are you so interested in this anyway?
Because this is your life and I want to be a part of it.
You are a part of it.
But I don't get it. I mean, don't you want to know where you come from or who your family is?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I do. Look, Tia, I looked into it, but it was a dead end.
Okay.
Trust me.
I just thought...
I know what you thought. I appreciate it. My past is my past. I'm happy here with you in the present. Okay? What's in the soup? Looks great.
Well, we got an ID from the prints that we got at Topher's.
Meet Natalie Gall, ex-cop kicked off the force for substance abuse.
Yeah, went to rehab, cleaned herself up, and she seems to have stayed out of trouble ever since.
So what's she doing now?
She's working as a PI.
So how's she involved in this?
You can ask her yourself. She's on her way up.
Ah, I got the short straw. Nice.
So you were at the Nightingale residence recently.
Nightingale. I have no idea who you're talking about. They know. How do they know?
We found your fingerprints at Topher Nightingale's residence. We know that he hired you.
I wasn't hired by Topher.
So why were you there?
I thought he was the father, but the DNA wasn't a perfect match.
But you were looking for someone's biological father?
Yeah, the hardest case of my career. All I had to go on was an adoption file that led to Nowheresville and back. It was a mess. The only information that was filled in was a surname in the birth father's column and an address.
So all you had to go on was the name Nightingale?
Not Nightingale. York.
Who's York?
The address I was given was for a Gale store.
That's the Nightingale's retail chain.
Yeah, at first I thought it was a joke, somebody leaving a department store as their home address. Then I dug a little deeper, and it turns out York is the maiden name of Finn and Topher's mother.
You have the DNA test to prove this?
Yeah, I got a sample of a coffee cup Finn threw away. And it's a perfect match.
Who's your client?
She gave me a bogus name. Clients do it all the time. They want their anonymity, so they fake their identity.
What'd she look like?
Brown hair, brown eyes, about 5'4".
This is him. This is my father. This is my father.
Is that your client?
Yeah, that's her.
So Carly is Finn's daughter?
Yeah, I don't know how she did it, but she's been lying to us the whole time.
Is that her? Yeah, that's the girl who hired me.
Sure?
Yes, that's Finn Nightingale's daughter.
All right.
I already told you that I never knew Finn Nightingale.
Yeah, you did mention that already.
All right, so let's leave Finn out of this for a second. Let's talk about Natalie Gall, private investigator you hired.
A PI? Are you kidding? Why on earth would I hire a PI? That makes no sense. I don't have that kind of cash. What are they trying to make me say?
So you're saying you didn't hire a PI to track down your biological parents?
No, of course not.
So you didn't know that Finn Nightingale was your father?
That's why the cops took my DNA. Andrew Hutton was my father. He worked in construction his whole life. He died with my mom in a car accident last year. Finn Nightingale, not my father.
Did you kill Finn Nightingale?
I don't want to talk about any of this. I want a lawyer. I want to talk to a lawyer.
Okay. She's not making this easy.
I've read people with multiple personalities, con artists, even a few psychopaths, and their reads are always a bit off. With Carly, I'm reading her clearly. She's thinking of a reality that she believes in.
No, we need to keep pressing her.
What if she's on some type of medication that's blocking your reads? You know, like Tia.
Yeah,
You can't read Tia.
Tia, the meds, they block it like a closed door. With Carly, it's wide open. I can see everything.
Corporal, look into Carly's medical history anyway, see if there's some kind of condition.
You know, also look into her military history, see if she's had any contact with chemical weapons while she was on tour. That might have altered her brain chemistry.
Yeah, that might be the case, but the fact is, Toby, your reads aren't exactly helping us right now. If anything, I think they're getting in the way. Where's the evidence to back all this up? And if Carly did do it, why? Why should she go to all the trouble of finding her birth father and just kill him?
Maybe Finn wanted nothing to do with her. You know, she was upset and wanted revenge.
Maybe she snapped. She just returned from a tour of duty. Her adoptive parents died a year ago in a tragic car accident.
She could be suffering from PTSD.
It's common for someone suffering from mental distress to construct an alternate reality. They keep working.
Maybe that's why Toby's reads have been so confusing.
It's a lot of maybes. We're grasping at straws here, guys. Get me some evidence. I'll bring her back in. Till then, I gotta let her go.
Look, I know my reads are a bit confusing right now. I get it, but there's just too many coincidences for her not to be connected. I read Grant and I see her, and Natalie IDs her.
Yeah, she ends up being Finn's daughter. Yeah, you're right. There's too many connections here. They all point to her, but I guess...
Evidence.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard not to question what I'm getting in my reads right now. Maybe it's me.
No, it's not you. It's gotta be her. Come on.
Maybe I'm losing my touch.
Okay, here, I'll prove it to you. Read me.
No,
No,
it's okay.
come on, read me. I love
It's
you.
okay.
Read me. You're being ridiculous. Your power's just fine. Also, you got some ketchup on your chin. See, I told you.
Pretty good.
See, you're good.
Okay. Maybe I need to be more specific. Right?
Sure.
Just think about your day. What happened? What'd you see?
I'd rather not, actually. I don't think that's a good idea. You want my advice? You got a question about Toby's past? Ask Toby.
You saw Tia? Ask me about what?
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, but look, your power's in tip-top shape, so that's good.
No,
Back to work.
Was she asking about my mother again?
I don't want to get involved.
I can't believe that she's still asking about this. I told her to stop.
Her heart is in the right place.
That's not the point.
She's just looking out for you, bud.
Well, whose side are you on here?
I'm not on anybody's side. All right, this is why I don't get involved in family issues, because it gets messy, and I don't want any part of it. I'm out, starting now.
Hey. Sorry, okay? Just, I've got a lot on my plate right now.
Okay, so focus on the case. All right, clearly your mind is in tip-top shape, so it's this woman who's screwing with you. You gotta figure out why. Would you like some dessert?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Great, send it over. Okay, thanks. I think we got him.
Who?
That was the IRS. The numbered account that Topher sent that 60 grand belongs to...
Ben Riggins is kind of a concierge to the uber rich.
What kind of concierge?
The kind that can get the rich and famous whatever they need.
He's a kind of a connector, you know, illegal substances, escorts, etc.
Contract killers?
Possibly.
We've got to get Topher back in here.
Yeah.
So how do you know Ben Riggins?
Never seen him before. How do they find him?
You transferred 60 grand to him. What was it for?
I already told you. I don't remember. I want him taken out.
Well, we have a team apprehending him as we speak, so you can either tell us what you hired him for, or you can let him make his own statement.
This isn't how I wanted it to come out.
What to come out?
Riggins. Yes, I paid him the money, but it was a business transaction for services rendered. That's all.
And what were those services exactly?
I can't say.
Did you hire him to kill your brother?
No, of course not. Finn and I had our issues. He may have treated me like garbage my whole life. But kill him? God, no, never. He was my family, my brother. Never had to do a thing. Someone else hated him more than me.
So what, is he playing us?
Actually, it looks like he's telling the truth. Using the minimum ping RTT measurements, I was finally able to geolocate the specified target host.
Oh, whoa, English.
I know who owns the secure VoIP phone. Okay, the one that Riggins was putting Topher in touch with was Francois Gilles, a brilliant businessman, a prolific investor. This guy's up there with Buffett, Icahn. I mean the best.
What does he have to do with this?
Well, I made a few calls, and it seems like Topher, in collusion with Ben Riggins, has been making discreet plays to shareholders, trying to convince them to sell to Francois.
So he was trying to sell the family business from under Finn.
Yeah, he orchestrates a hostile takeover in exchange for taking Finn out and making way for Topher.
Take Finn out, that's what Topher was talking about.
So he wasn't trying to kill his brother?
No, he was just trying to get his brother pushed out of the company. We gotta get back to Carly.
With what?
We know she's been lying to us. Natalie Gull and Grant Evans have ID'd her.
It's not enough.
No, keep questioning her. Like you said, she's gotta have a breaking point.
I agree, Toby, I do, but there's no way Becker's gonna allow us to bring her back in without supporting evidence. I'm sorry.
Carly! Carly! Hey!
Hey. Hi.
Hey, I just want to ask you a few more questions.
Of course. Yeah, sure.
Great, good. I was just hoping you could walk me through what you did on the night of Finn's murder, where you were, who you were with.
Well, I thought that we already went through all of this.
Yeah, we did, but there's a few holes in your timeline.
Okay. I was at home for most of the day, and I had a job interview at night.
Yeah, what time was that?
Around 10 p.m.?
Mm-hmm. The first time that you heard of Finn Nightingale, when was that?
The next morning on the news.
I thought that was in the paper.
Yeah, it was in the paper.
Okay. And you weren't aware that he was your father until the interrogation with us?
Yeah, exactly. Don't walk away from me!
I need you to get out of my house.
You are my father!
Look, I can't be, okay? I never had a daughter. Grant, get in here!
I can find my own way out.
You ever meet your Uncle Topher Nightingale?
Look, no, I don't know any of them. I don't want to know any of them. My own father and mother never cared about me, gave me up.
What about your mother? Aren't you curious to find her?
No.
What are you doing here?
It's not gonna make me change my mind. I told you we're done.
But I'm your daughter.
Okay, why don't we go down to the IIB and put all this on the record?
Yeah, sure.
Car's just over here.
Okay.
Help me! Help me! He's attacking me!
Hey, buddy, is there a problem?
I'm the cop! IIB!
So Carly killed Finn. She finally broke, and I was able to see what really happened.
I guess no one can keep up a charade like that forever.
What kind of car did she drive off in?
Burgundy beater. I didn't get a license plate.
She doesn't have a car as far as I can tell. It may have been stolen. I'll check to see if any thefts have been reported.
Also check surveillance cameras in the area. We got an APB out on her, but she's got a pretty good head start.
Where's she going?
She's desperate. She knows time is running out.
You know, when I read it, she said something about how her mother and father never really cared. If she killed Finn because she felt abandoned, what's to stop her from finding her mother?
Well, the PI said that she never found her mother.
No, she didn't. But now that we know where the father is, maybe we can find the mother.
And probably so can Carly.
Right.
Okay. Finn was 42. That means he was 16 when Carly was conceived.
He was in high school.
He went to one of those posh private schools.
What about Topher and the butler? They know who the mother is?
They both claim to have no knowledge of Finn ever fathering a child. If we can get a list of every girl that went to Finn's school at that time, we may be able to find her by process of elimination.
Let's start making calls.
Let's go.
Hello, hi. This is Dev Clark.
No. Finn Nightingale.
Okay.
Hi, this is Dev Clark with the IIB. I'm
Hi,
calling.
is this Brenda Terran? This is Toby Logan of the IMB. Good question.
Free time. Yep.
All right, thank you for your help.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, we're almost through Finn's entire class, plus a grade on either side.
Look, you could have met the girl anywhere. We should be looking at other schools, Michelle.
Thank you. Guys, I think I got something. Okay? Victoria Marks. She's in the year behind Finn. Looks like she left halfway through her grade 10 year to go to a finishing school in Paris, France. Now, I've got a diploma, I've got flight logs to and from Paris. For all intents and purposes, she was there.
I sense a butt coming on.
Well, I spoke to her teachers and her classmates. No one, not one person remembers her at that school.
Huh.
It's a cover.
Yeah, very expensive cover. She paid to go to a fancy finishing school in Paris, France, but didn't attend.
Do we have an address? All right, we gotta get to her before Carly does.
So, what is this all about exactly? I'm pulled from my home, told practically nothing.
Finn Nightingale was killed a few days ago.
I heard. But what does that have to do with me? I haven't seen him in years.
Do you recognize her?
Could it be? Could it be?
We believe that this woman, Carly Hutton, was involved in his death. Is this your daughter, Miss Marks?
You have to understand. I was so young. Young and in love. And when my mother found out I was pregnant, she made my decision for me.
So she took you out of school for the year and made it look like you were in France.
She did, but I never left the country.
Wait, so your mother handled the adoption?
She tried to involve Finn's mother, but Mrs. Nightingale would have nothing to do with it. From my understanding, there was a very large payment to keep my family quiet.
And Finn never knew.
No, he didn't.
The only information that we have from the adoption papers is the name York and the address for one of the Gale stores.
York?
Finn's mother's maiden name. That's how the PI and ultimately Carly found Finn.
Sounds like something my mother would do. She was always one to hold a grudge.
The reason that we brought you here is because we fear that you may be in danger. That she may be coming after you next.
She must be so hurt to be that vengeful. I tried looking for them for years. I had to give up eventually.
Oh, I'm sorry, them.
You didn't know. I had twins.
So meet Margot Gates. This is Carly's twin. I was able to subpoena the files from the adoption agency and identify the family that she was placed with. She lives in upstate New York. She traveled from foster home to foster home. She's all of her life been sort of a grifter.
I knew a lot of kids like that growing up. I almost ended up one of them.
So could Margot be our killer?
That would explain why your reads of Carly haven't made any sense.
So if Carly didn't kill Finn, the woman I saw in the parking lot was Margot.
So what was she doing at Carly's apartment building? They in this thing together?
Is Carly still missing?
We have a unit looking for her, but there's no sightings as of yet.
Yeah, right before I saw Margot in the parking lot, I heard her trunk slam shut. What if Carly's not on the run? What if Margot took her?
You know what? Let me check what kind of phone Margot has. Maybe we can get a GPS signal on her.
Why would she kidnap Carly?
Well, she's been all over the news since it broke that she was Finn's heir.
Okay, here it is. Well, you're not gonna believe this.
Nightingale residence.
Well, she never intended to go after the mother. Maybe she's trying to wipe out the entire Nightingale lineage. First Finn, then Carly, now Topher.
The entire Nightingale Trust would go to her.
Yeah, let's go.
She killed Topher.
Drop the gun! Now! Please, help me! Help me! I didn't do this! I swear!
Hey, let me see. Let me see.
First she killed Topher, and then she shot me. I didn't shoot her, she's lying. She's setting me up.
Wait, what happened, Carly?
She brought me here, said there wasn't enough money to go around.
She's lying. You're my sister. You're the one who killed Finn.
Get in the trunk, now. Go!
Why did you do this? You trying to set up Carly?
She shot me. Why are you doing this? Because for once, I'm taking what I'm owed.
You shot yourself. She shot herself.
No, I didn't. It was her. She killed our father.
Now, this is over. You killed Finn, didn't you?
No, wait, please. Please, you have to understand. Just let me... Okay. Okay, I didn't plan any of this. I didn't need him to want me.
Finn?
He just had to give me the cash and I would have shut up. Okay, nobody needed to know that he had a daughter. Nobody. I could have just walked away, but he treated me like I was nothing.
So you set up Carly.
I saw her on the news and I thought that finally the world had given me a break. A way out. I knew what I had to do. I didn't have a choice.
There's always a choice on the coast.
Not with me.
Dev, I need you to send an ambulance to the Nightingale residence.
I guess I should have known. People like me, we don't have happy endings. Hey, I'm your sister. Your family. I could have helped you.
All right, thanks, man.
All right. I guess we'll never know now, will we?
You're under arrest for the murder of Finn and Topher Nightingale. It's my duty to inform you that you have the right to retain and instruct counsel of your choice in private and without delay.
Where you been?
Oh, new story. I was following a lead. It turned out to be
Yeah.
dead end. Transparent.
Looking into my mother only leads to dead ends.
I know, but how can somebody just disappear into thin air like that? I mean, I followed every lead. I've called anyone
When
who
I told
might
you
know.
not to look into it, I meant it.
I know, but Toby,
The last time she was in my life, people got hurt, Tia.
Toby, I'm not afraid.
And I'm not a case, okay? I'm not a story. Don't be a reporter. I don't want to lose you.
Okay. I didn't
I know.
want to open up something that would hurt you. I just
You have to believe that I'm comfortable with my past. I made peace with it. I'm interested in you, in the future we have together. Case closed?
honestly, I'm afraid the trail's too cold even for my skills.
I ordered Indian. You hungry?
I would love that. Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Tia Tremblay?
This is she.
Yeah, I'm returning your call. You wanted to know about your friend's mother, Maya. I remember her. I might be able to tell you some things about her.